Kimberly. I love Kimberly Sherry. I love what she calls herself, a longevity mentor. Wouldn't we all love to have, like, I'm going to call my longevity mentor today, just to, you know, how can I feel 10 years younger today? I've got a lot to do. So Kimberly supports conscious people on their consciousness path to express their most radiant inner beauty by raising the frequency in their light body, slowing the aging process with ease and grace. She's been in the healing arts for over 40 years. She started in iridology in 1979. She transitioned into body work for a little more than 20 years, and then she spiritually evolved with the help of plant medicines, peyote, ayahuasca, is it iboga? The root iboga, and the use of Dr. David Hawkins' scale of human consciousness, which she's going to talk to you all about that today. That, with her many travels all over the world, everything she has learned has led her to doing what she does today, to calibrate and measure the frequencies of anything and everything. And you know, she's fascinating to me. So I really wish I could stay and listen to the talk, but I can't. But she's going to talk to you more about all of this and how you can implement that into your own life and ignite your inner healer.
But you're coming back as a timer, is that?
Yes, I'm coming back as a timer.
Right.
So at 2:34, I will be back.
Okay. All right.
All right. All right. Enjoy. Have fun, everyone.
Thanks.
Hey. So welcome, everyone. How many of you were here yesterday? Because I did speak yesterday. Okay, so you're back. We have some people who are back. They want more. So
I've
that's
been here twice, yeah.
That's a great sign. So I did want to talk about some different things today. So I was not doing a repeat, but it's going to be fascinating and equally invigorating and being able to raise our light quotient. I'm going to be walking you through a process and activation so that we can clear our energy field. It's a very specific way of doing it, and measurably raising our light quotient. So we didn't get as far as I wanted to yesterday. We'll see if we can do a few more things today. So I did write the book, Access Your Ultimate Power, The Blueprint to Infinite Intelligence, and mostly because I could see how women really struggled with being in their power. I know for myself, I used to run a lot of masculine energy because that's how you get things done, right? That's the masculine energy, gets things done. You're a single mom, you have a business, you have things to do, you have to be the man. And so I ran a lot of masculine energy. But I also knew, because of energy work, that there is a very powerful way for a woman to be in her power without having to run all this masculine energy, always doing, pushing, and forcing things. So when a woman is in her full feminine power and masculine power, there is a marriage that happens. So that masculine energy is super important for both men and women. It's the energy that gets things done. It's the masculine energy that creates structures. And so this book is a balance of that masculine and feminine energy, because it has created a structure. And the structure is this infinity system. And so this powerful structure holds that feminine flow that can then flow through the structure. So the feminine is the energy of the heart. Masculine is the energy of the mind. So when a woman is fully in her heart, she is also more intuitive, more collaborative, and also able to create, so that's also part of that creative energy, but also has a powerful magnetic energy. And so that's the part that helps women not to have to work so hard and push and force to get things done. They become a magnet. People come to you effortlessly and easily. And so this is one of the things that I started with when I started measuring a lot of things. I started measuring the vibration of money. So when I came out of the Amazon jungle after having done 25 ayahuasca journeys over 5 years, I broke through Dr. David Hawkins' scale of power versus force. The scale only goes to 1,000. So I broke through that scale, started measuring higher and higher and higher, got to 250,000 before breaking through to infinity. And so that's where the scale has stayed ever since. But I started using that scale to measure the vibration of money. So when we are going to attract everything that we are in here, right? So if you wonder, where am I? What am I vibrating at? Just look at your outer world and you can see. If you're struggling with money, then you know you have a low money vibration. So that was one of the first things I started on, was raising your money vibration and working with business people and business owners, and especially women, because women have been notoriously at the bottom end of the financial spectrum. So helping women to have businesses that attract more of their, whoever it is that they're serving, and being able to make more money as a result of it. So that's one of the things that I started doing. Now, what this system that I'm going to walk you through, now what I'm applying it to is, and this is just recently, when I say recently, it's less than a year ago, it was in November of this past year, that I was guided to take a group through measuring every body system and body organ in our physiology, bringing it up to 100%, and then measuring the light quotient. So the light quotient, originally that number came to me from Dr. Sandra Michaels. She created the EE system, the energy enhancement system. This is, there are these panels that emit a frequency. Tony Robbins, he has a whole room that's full of these panels. So he's a big proponent of this. At any rate, she was the one who told me that 90 millivolts is how much a healthy cell will be emitting, 90 millivolts. So that's where I started with this a year ago, measuring and bringing not only the frequency up, each organ up to 100%, but also the millivolts up to 90. So just before then I went on a four-month journey of going to Egypt for 3 weeks, and all throughout the Netherlands and Rome, and it was a big project with a big group of people who are also very enlightened, awakened with my mentor. And so we went through all the temples in Egypt, clearing the ancient Cabal structures that had been bringing down the magic and light in Egypt. So we went through all of Egypt. We went to Vatican City with the Pope and all of that. There's business. And then also the London City, which is also another. So all of these part of the Cabal structure. So we spent all this time doing that. So that was a huge activation for me. And now I'm using this light quotient, and just like the Hawkins scale, I knew that 1,000 wasn't the limit. People would always ask me, is that how high it goes? I don't know. And then I broke through it. Well, I've already broke through Dr. Sandra Michaels' limit of 90 millivolts. So I found this woman online from the UK who was at 330 millivolts. And I thought, I get curious. And so I went home and I started checking things and clearing things. And next thing I know, I was up to 150 millivolts. So now I have risen every body organ, body system, not only to 100% functioning, but 150 millivolts. And so this is where I'm also bringing all my clients to. So we just did a whole group just this past month, raising them all to 150 millivolts. So the amazing things are happening. I had one gal who, she came to me and she just wanted help with her eczema, just help with her. And she had no idea how much anger and rage and fury she had in her energy field because she wasn't in her body to know. And this is often what happens when we're holding a lot of emotional energy in our bodies. It feels uncomfortable. We don't want to be in our bodies, so we kind of leave our bodies. We meditate and it feels great because we're leaving our bodies and we're attached by a little thread so we can still function. but then we don't know what's going on in here. We have no idea. And then our body starts to break down because it doesn't function on fear and anger and rage and fury. So we worked with her for a month, and eczema is gone. Worked with another gal who she had hives, so she didn't take the course. It was only a 12-day daily meditation course, and she had been working with me and was going to take a break. Well, then she broke out with hives. So she had hives for a whole month, just itching, itching, itching. Well, every month I do a daily every month I do a monthly activation. And so it's what I used to do on Facebook. I used to come on every Friday's Inspiration, and do an activation. So now I'm doing it as part of a membership. We do it once a month. So anyway, she came on, and I knew she had this itching problem, and we were working on the skin. We were doing all the elimination organs. And so the skin is a really important part of our elimination system. And so at the end, I was asking everybody how they're doing. She said, I'm not itching. So that was just 1 hour. In 1 hour, she relieved all of her itching. I was working with another gal in Peru. So this is with the family where we would go to Peru, and there's a compound there where we would do these journeys. So she lives in Peru in a very small village in Iquitos, and she had taken and ended up with leukemia. And so her father was asking for donations, and I said, well, instead of doing a donation, let me work with her. So I don't speak Spanish, she doesn't speak English. So I do this report. It's an assessment, and I assess more than 100 calibrations in your physiology. And usually I do this without ever speaking to you. I don't need to know anything about you. Sometimes I don't even have a name, I just have an email address. I'll do this whole report, and the most common response is, you nailed it. So I did this report for her. I translated it through Google Translate, and we did all this through WhatsApp. So we started working, and within actually pretty much right away, but by the end of a month, she was feeling well again. And she wasn't able to get to a doctor because they're so poor, they have no money, but when she gets to the doctor, she's gonna find out how she's doing. And so I'm hoping that he's just gonna give her a clean bill of health. So there's lots of ways that this system can be used, with our physiology. And so now my interest, because I'm just doing what interests me. I'm doing what interests me. Before, when I was broke and struggling with money, it's like, okay, let's do money. And so then it was with power, and so because I wanted to feel more empowered and feel more feminine, and so now so in this room here, just last weekend, celebrated my 50th high school reunion. So this is what I'm interested in now. I want to look younger for as long as possible. I want to slow the aging process. And really my ultimate goal is to actually reverse aging. Because I know all of this is programs. We've all been programmed. But when you look around, you go, we all die. We all get old. That's just the way it is. Is it really? But maybe we're looking at a very short time in history. If you go back into other time periods, they lived hundreds of years. As a matter of fact, they won't tell you, but on our planet right now, we have people that are living hundreds of years old, but they can't tell you because that would blow a lot of things up, right? You can't have people knowing that you can live hundreds of years. That would blow the whole medical industry out of the water, the whole pharmaceutical. So guess who's controlling things? So anyway, I believe that aging, crepey skin, all of this decomposition of our bodies, these are programs. And so this is what I'm doing now, is helping people to raise their light quotient, let go of these programs, and start reversing aging. At the very least, let's just feel great, at the very least. So I want to walk you through a process. It's called running your energy. And this is the process that is the foundation for my system, the Infinity system. And it's a very specific way of moving energy through your energy field so that we're going to clear your entire energy field as far as the energy channels. And so it's basically 3 parts. So the first part is getting ultra grounded. There's actually 5 parts to that. And I think that's super important. It's really critical because a lot of people think that they're grounded or they meditate or whatever it is that they do, and they don't even have a grounding cord. So we're gonna get you ultra grounded today. That's part 1. And then the second part is we're going to connect with pure source, and we're gonna run that through our central orbit. So down the backside, up the front. That's gonna clear both front and back of the chakras. And then we're gonna run that energy through our aura, because there's a lot of stuff that collects in our aura that we have no idea about. And then the final part is clearing our circle of reciprocity. So there's a lot of great givers in here, very generous people that really know how to give easily from their heart. So that's the energy that we self-generate in our heart. So we self-generate love. That's another one of those programs that you have to go out and find love, to feel loved. Well, we can self-generate it right here and then have it reflected back to us everywhere we go. And if we have a partner, that's even better to have it reflected back from a partner that's also at that same frequency. So the circle of reciprocity we're going to give, but we're also going to receive. So this is the part where a lot of you are thinking, oh, I give so much, I give and I get nothing back. Nothing's coming back. Well, it's not that they don't want to give to you. It's that you are not receiving. So we're going to open up your receiving channel, your left hand, so you can complete that circle. And it's going to go through your heart, so you can feel validated when you receive. It's going to go through your throat, so you can ask for what you need. It's going to go through your 6th chakra here, so it's going to clear all those programs and limiting and lack mindsets. And then it's going to go through your crown, so you give yourself permission to have, be, and do with your life as you choose. That's being sovereign when we own our crown chakra. All right, is everybody ready? Okay, good. We're going to close our eyes, and ideally, for this first time, I'd like you to put your feet flat on the ground, just for this. Yeah, it's important.
Oh, on the ground.
Yeah, we're going to bring that earth energy up through the legs. That's another important part of this process. So, first of all, we're going to imagine like a big pipe going from the base of our spine all the way to the center of the planet. We're going to make it big and fat, like you could drop a cantaloupe down this thing. Yeah. We're going to be released. All the stuff that just circulates in your energy field, it needs a place to go to. So we're going to put that grounding cord down. Excellent. There you go. And we're just going to set it on release and no effort. It's not like we really have to push or force anything. It's just like gravity. There you go. And so next you're going to start sending roots down from the bottoms of your feet. And it's going to go deep into the earth, maybe as far as a redwood tree. And then you're going to start bringing that energy up through your legs, the energy of abundance, the energy of the feminine, our Mother Earth, the energy of being able to create birth from decay. That's what all of the root system is designed to do, is to convert decay with the mycelium and the fungus and create rebirth. So we're bringing all of that up through your legs and your knees and your thighs. As it's coming through your thighs, it's clearing that power center in your thighs. Okay, great. And then the next part is we're going to make sure we don't have a worry circle. Right now, yours is out to the third layer of your aura. So this worry circle is around your root chakra, and it holds all of your worry, stress, anxiety, doubts, fears, uncertainty. So we're just gonna close this circle in, pull it into the core of your root chakra. We're just gonna send all of that energy down the grounding. Just keep breathing and releasing. There we go. And then next, you're gonna ground your hearts. So your hearts are nice and open, a lot of big, open, generous hearts here. But it's not grounded. And so we're going to actually go to the root chakra, out to the third layer. Just pretend you know where that is. And we're gonna pull in this energy that says it's not safe to open your heart, it's not safe to be vulnerable. We're just gonna let all that fear go down the grounding. There we go. Excellent. Okay, so now the heart is grounded. You might notice yourself feeling calmer, a little more relaxed, a little lighter. The final part to getting ultra grounded is the women are going to imagine a line of energy from both ovaries, like a Y, coming down into your grounding cord. So you can release all of the energy you absorb in these. They're like sponges, and they collect a lot of energy as you try to heal the people around you. So we just want to release that energy. And then the men are going to draw a line of energy from their prostate and testicles into that grounding cord. So that's your Y. Letting that go down into the grounding. You can release all the ways you feel emasculated or not fully in your masculine power. There we go. Okay, good. So now you are ultra grounded. You're still only in your body maybe 50%. So you're just going to keep breathing and releasing as you bring more of your energy back to you, filling your body with your spirit. There we go. Good. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to bring our attention far above our heads. And we're going to start bringing in the energy of pure source energy, whatever that means for you. We're going to start bringing it down through our creative rings. Now we can have up to 100 rings before it breaks through to infinity. Above our head, some of you might only have 3, which is very basic. If you have less than 3, if you only have 2 or none, you're being controlled by a suppressive force at your crown that's trying to own your sovereignty. So we are going to clear, there's some energy between your top ring and pure source. So let's illuminate that top ring. You're just going to use your personal power to illuminate that top ring and making it brighter and brighter, vibrating faster and faster. Excellent. Okay, good. So now, pure source is starting to come down through your creative rings. It's going to recalibrate those in your highest and best interest so that everything you create is what's best for you. These rings are where we hold our dreams and our desires, our goals and intentions. Excellent. So now pure source is coming down through the rings into your crown chakra, right at the top of your head. But it's stopping there, and at, just like we have at our root chakra, that worry circle, at the crown we have a permission circle. So I want you to illuminate your permission circle, make it brighter and brighter, so that we can transmute this darker energy that's trying to influence your sovereignty and interfere with that. Okay, good. So now as pure source is coming down through your crown into that sixth chakra, right behind your forehead, let pure source stir in here. It's going to start clearing some of these programs, some of these beliefs that are not aligned with your purpose and not aligned with your highest and best interests and not aligned with your truth. So anything that's not aligned with that, you're going to clear that out with your human technology, your personal power. Okay, so it's coming down through the central core now. There's some energy still at that sixth chakra. Okay. So there are some curses here. We're going to illuminate that sixth chakra even more. Your pineal gland is right in the center of your head. Brighten that and this whole sixth chakra so that you can transmute that darker energy that's trying to interfere here. That's just a little light language coming through that wants to help amplify the energies. Okay, there's still some interference here. It's a very angry energy. Okay, so this is a kind of not a last resort, but another tool we can use. So we're going to imagine a black flame right in the middle of our head. This is pure darkness. Pure darkness has a different frequency than this dark energy. So we're going to use that black flame right in that sixth chakra. Good, so now, there we go. Coming down through that sixth chakra. Coming down through that sixth chakra into the throat. Good, coming down into the heart chakra. So this is where most people hold a lot of energy. So let's let Pure Source stir in your heart, clearing all of the judgments, all the ways you make yourself wrong, ways you're not doing it enough or you're not doing it right. Excellent. Okay, good. Coming down through the heart into that solar plexus. Okay, good. Coming down into the second chakra. Excellent. So we're going to let it stir in the second chakra, right in that lower belly. There's some fear in here and some rage. You can let that drop down your grounding cord. It's not yours. There we go. Good. So now you're vertical. Take a deep breath into that alignment where you're connected way up high to Pure Source and rooted deeply into our Mother Earth. Now we're going to mix these two energies. That earth energy coming up through the legs, Pure Source coming down the backside. We're going to mix that and bring a 50-50 mixture up the front, real close to the spine. So we're clearing the front of each of the chakras. As it's coming up through the second chakra, it's stopping right there. So there's some more fear here. Fear is a very contracting energy. So some of you have actually lost your grounding cord with this fear. So fear contracts us and it pulls up that grounding cord. So set your grounding cord back down again. There we go. Good. So now we're going to go back to bringing that 50-50 mixture up the front through the second, third, fourth. So it's stopping at that heart chakra. Let it stir in there. And more of the coulda, woulda, shouldas. All the things you coulda, woulda, shoulda done, but you didn't. So we're bringing that energy up through the heart. Excellent. There's still some energy here at the heart. Some more curses. Let's use a black flame for these curses in the heart. Yana tiena pokuye amata amoya kiamakia. Good. Coming up through the heart, throat, 6 crown rings, all the layers of the aura. Okay, good. The aura is nice and clear. Last, we're going to bring our attention back to our hearts in the center of our chest, illuminating that heart energy. We're going to start bringing that energy out that right shoulder, out the right arm. Great givers. Now, if you want to put your fingertips together like you're holding a small ball, then you can allow that energy to come in through the palm and through all of your fingertips. Allow yourself to start receiving. So this is blocked for many of you. So we're just going to bring that self-generated love that's coming out that right arm, increase and amplify that energy coming out the right so it can, I don't want to say force it open, it can ease into your left receiving hand. Okay, so we need to go to the next tool. Let's use a black flame because it's not moving. Use a black flame in your left palm so you can transmute that block, that energy there. Okay, there you go. Now you're starting to receive. Up that left hand, wrist, forearm, elbow, up through the bicep, shoulder, and down through your heart. So there's a circle. Out the right arm, in the left, through your heart, simultaneously through your throat, simultaneously through your 6th chakra, and through your crown, and through all of your creative rings. So you can access all the information you need. Your Akashic records are in your creative rings. There we go. Excellent. So when you're ready, you can open your eyes and curious how you're feeling. You feel any different? Still letting it set in. I see some heads nodding. Yeah, I feel good. Okay, great. So maybe you're feeling calmer, a little more present, a little less anxious. Yeah, okay, cool. So this is how you can feel all the time. And even better, because the more you do this, the better you feel. So I want to measure a few things, because some of us have really jangled nervous systems, right? So the two that I always like to check for people who tends to be kind of that nervous wreck is one, our adrenal glands. Our adrenal glands and our amygdala, part of our brain, that deals with that fight or flight. So these two work kind of together. So right now we're just taking a collective. Some of you might be more, some of you might be less, but this is where we're going to start. So as I take a overall measurement of the adrenal glands in here, getting 15%. So that's not very much. So we're going to give you a break. So what we're going to do is you're going to close your eyes again, and we're going to go back down to our root chakra, out to the 3rd layer, and we're going to start releasing this energy. And you might notice that we keep going back to some of the same places, but we have a different intention. So now we're coming back to the root, 3rd layer, with the intention of releasing the energies that are blocking our functioning of our adrenal glands. So our body, with our infinite intelligence, knows how to operate our human technology. Good, there we go. Okay, adrenals. Okay, we're up to 50%. Let's keep going. Now we're going to go to the sixth chakra behind your forehead, and we're going to let go of some of those beliefs. And that's that powerless belief that there's nothing we can do about how we feel, what's going on. You know, we just have to take it. Lies. Those are all lies. So let's just use our human technology and our infinite intelligence to clear this belief in our sixth chakra that is a lie. Good. Okay, good. So now energetically, your adrenal glands are at 100%. Now we want to raise the light quotient, which is only at 3. Only 3. So not much light going on in the adrenal glands. So we're going to do the same thing. We're going to go back down to root chakra, third layer. But now we have a different intention. We're going to release the energies that are interfering with our ability to access more light in our adrenal glands. Okay, there we go. These are dark energy. I call them control beings. And sometimes it's helpful to know like how many are in there, because it gives you an idea of the control mechanisms that are on the planet. It's pretty amazing. So we're clearing these, I just call it interference. Okay, so now the adrenals are up to 90 millivolts, but we want to go even higher. That's like healthy threshold, but let's access even more light, right? I'm always, let's do the best. let's get as much as we can. So we're going to go to the heart. Okay, we're going to the heart, second layer, where there's a lot of fear. And so the adrenals, we use the adrenals when we're in fear, right? That fight or flight. So let's clear the fear in our heart, because that's a fear of opening our heart. It's a fear of accessing our light quotient in our heart. So we're letting go of some of that fear in our heart, so our adrenals can also have more light. Okay, there we go. Whew, okay. Now the adrenals are at 150. Okay, good. So it doesn't mean it's necessarily going to stay there, but you're giving your body an idea of some things that are possible, like what's possible. And maintaining this high frequency, revisiting these is how we maintain it. Let's do the amygdala as well. We're going to go to, so amygdala, let's measure it. It's at 50%, and possibly because of the work we already did, but nonetheless, let's bring it to 100%. So we're going to go to root chakra, third layer, with the intention of clearing the energy that's blocking the full functioning of our amygdala. Good. Excellent. Okay, so now the amygdala is at 100, and the millivolts of light is up to 90. We want it to be at 150. So let's do a little bit more work here. The root chakra out to that third layer. And we're going to release this little bit of energy that's left here in the root that doesn't allow the amygdala to be in its highest light frequency. There we go. Okay, good. So now it's at 150. So that's just 2 of all of our organs in our system that we can clear and elevate. So it's definitely, a process. It's definitely something that is done over time. And, but you've just told your body about some things that are possible. You started to tap into your human technology. And so you guys are all here at a psychic fair because you have more awareness, you have more consciousness about what's possible. Right? You don't think like the rest of the world, otherwise you wouldn't be here. It's my guess. So what I'd like you to do, has everybody, we'll pass these out. Get some to you, you can pass it back. I already have one. Anyway, there's a QR code on here. And in this QR code, there is a free webinar that I'll be doing this Wednesday online. And it's a teaching training about this system. So the Vibrant Longevity Academy is launching a 3-month program. And so I wanted to give people a taste of what that's about and do another activation. And it's always different because I'm in the moment. I don't have notes or we're going. I'm just like, okay, what does Spirit want, and what do all of you need? So in this webinar, free webinar that will be this Wednesday. You can sign up there in this QR code. Also, there is a 20-minute meditation that's also free. So I suggest you do this meditation. Some people do it morning and night because they really want to stay in this high frequency. But I tell you, the most important part of doing this, because I have people that tell me, oh, I do it every day, and they don't have a grounding cord. So the most important part is paying attention. Paying attention, being in your body, paying attention to what's going on. Like, did you really put down that? So you got a chance to feel with some guidance to make sure that you were all grounded, right? And to make sure things are, so you got a chance to feel what it feels like when it's clear and it's moving. So this 20-minute meditation is how you can maintain that, and it's free. There's also my YouTube channel for those of you who want to get more activations. There's a ton of them on all different kinds of subjects. This light quotient and applying it to our physiology is more of a newer development, so not so much on that, because I think I had stopped to the Friday's inspiration before I started this. So, but anyway, lots of still really good activations on there. Especially a really good one has to do with raising our money frequency, raising our vibrational frequency with money. So that's another good one. And also, I don't want to give you too many things, it's all in here, but once a month, and instead of doing Friday's inspiration now, I'm doing once a month luminary activation. So it's just like this, but it's an hour on a different topic every month. Let's see if I can remember what we're doing. Reproductive system is the next one we're going to be doing. So I think that's really important, especially because hormones play an important part in longevity. That's an important factor in our hormones. But also, I think especially for men, a lot of men are feeling really emasculated, and the testosterone levels are plummeting, and men don't know what to do about it. But if you can raise the frequency of your testicles and your prostate so that it's at 100% and it's got 150 millivolts, you're going to start functioning more in your masculine energy. So, and then the women with their hormones, I mean, that's like Black Doodle. They got us all on, these fake things and whatever. I never did that, but I don't judge anybody who has. But my goal is to help people activate their inner technology, their human infinite intelligence, because we all have the ability to access our inner healer. So that's my goal for all of you, and my wish is that you live long and prosper and keep asking my favorite question. My favorite question is, how does it get any better than this? And then let the universe show you. It can get a little better, a lot better. Anyway, thank you very much for listening.